Hello children, how are you all? I think you are enjoying these days of using cell phone and watching all your lessons through your WhatsApp and your phone, right? I hope you all enjoyed those videos which I sent you through WhatsApp. Regarding what? Yes, peace and harmony. The first lesson, peace and harmony. And there's a big fight in the forest. Why there was a big fight in the forest? You know very well. Because the cunning jackal entered the forest to separate all the animals and to enjoy its meal every day without any disturbance. Now let us see how was the forest before the jackal had entered the forest. And this was the situation. Do you like this one? Yes, all the animals were very friendly. They were moving together and they used to conduct some musical nights quite often. Who was the chief guest for those musical nights? The moon. The moon was the chief guest for their musical nights. What were there in the musical nights? They used to perform all the things, all the skills, whatever they acquired. What are those skills? Some people performed, some animals performed gymnastics. Some animals performed dance. Some animals singing. Like that, everyone used to perform all the skills, whatever they learnt and whatever they practiced. And the animals were having one habit of praising each other. They used to praise each other. When do we praise generally? Yes, when you make friends with others, you praise them. To make friends with others, you have to praise them. You have to focus on their good qualities, isn't it? If you go on telling bad about them, can they make friends with you? No, not at all. So, my dear children, to be friendly, to maintain friendly atmosphere, to be in a peaceful atmosphere, you have to praise each other. You have to highlight the qualities which they are having. Then they also praise you. They also encourage you. Whatever the good qualities you are having, they will tell as the best friend. Definitely they will share with you. Now you have to answer these questions. Have you observed the picture? What do you see there? Can you name the animals? Do you think they are all your friends? Do you like the picture? All those questions you have to write answers in your notebook and show me. Now let's go to the forest. How were the animals before the jackal entered the forest? All the animals were conducting musical nights quite often. Moon was the chief guest. They all were very happy. They praised each other. There was peace and harmony in the forest. Now, children, you have to construct some imaginary conversations between the animals. You know how they talk. When they were friendly, you know how they talk. When they became enemies, you know how they talk. What words they use. Right? Now, you have to construct like this. See here, we can see the beautiful peacock and the mighty lion. Do you like this peacock? I love it a lot. What is doing? It's dancing. Beautiful. That's right. Now, the lion is saying, "Oh, my dear lovely peacock, how beautiful you are. Really, I love your dance. Will you please teach me the dance?" Now, peacock is saying, "Thank you very much, my dear mighty king. Even though you are the king of the forest, you are praising the smaller creature like me. Definitely I will teach you dancing." Between the elephant and the rabbit. Elephant and the rabbit are playing with a ball. Maybe the elephant is giving an apple from the tree, plucking an apple and giving it to the rabbit. Now elephant is saying, "What a lightest creature you are. What a soft fur you have. Even though you're tiny, you run very fast. Will you please teach me how to run fast? Like that, the elephant is asking the rabbit. Now the rabbit is replying like this. See, you look very huge and stronger than me. It's so great of you to praise a smaller creature like me, my dear elephant. Really so great. You are so kind because you are playing with me, with a small creature like me. Like that, children, you can construct some small, simple dialogues between the animals. Whatever the animals you like, you can construct those. Okay? Now, here comes, who is there? The jackal. Here comes the jackal. It's howling. It's shouting loudly. The shout of the jackal is called howling. So, is the jackal beautiful? Is it pretty? No, it's very dirty and dangerous and cunning too. Now, after the jackal had stepped into the forest, what had happened? Let us see. The jackal went to all the animals, saying very bad things about whom? About all the animals. It goes to the peacock first and says, you know, you are thinking that the lion is praising you, but the lion wanted to kill you all of a sudden when you are alone. Then it goes to the lion and says, you are praising the small peacock. It's very weak. You are very strong. You are the king of the forest. But you are praising those little animals. You know, they are not respecting you at all. Like that, it poisoned all the minds of the animals. Then what did they do? They didn't come and confirm with their old friends. They simply started believing the words of the cunning jackal. Oh my God, she is thinking like this about me. I have to teach a lesson to that bloody animal. Like that, they were thinking and fighting with each other. They started hunting individually. In the earlier days, they used to go for hunting also together. But now, all were moving alone. So, the cunning jackal's plan worked out and it became very easy for them to hunt the animals and eat them separately. They started suspecting each other and they didn't move in groups. They built all the boundaries around their houses. They're not moving and they're not mixing with each other. There were no musical nights, no happiness, no peace, no harmony at all in the forest. See, all the animals were fighting like this. Then it was the chance the jackal was waiting for. Yeah, see how the jackal is enjoying its feast. Every day, new animal, every day, new taste of blood. The jackal started eating all the animals. So the forest became empty and it became a desert now, no more a forest. There was no peace, no happiness, no friendship at all, no musical nights. Now, all the animals decided one day, oh, why is it going on like this? It's out of our hands. So we have to go to Moon and complain about this. He will definitely show us a path. Thinking like that, they all went to the Moon to seek at least some help or some advice. The Moon listened to all these stories of sorrow and then assured, okay, my dear animals, I'll definitely come and solve your problem and restore the peace and harmony in the forest. You definitely don't bother about that. You go home and live peacefully. One day the jackal went to eat a lonely chick. See how beautiful the chick was. Then immediately the Moon came to the jackal and stood in front of the jackal and said like this, oh my dear jackal, you can feast on me today. I will be your dinner for night. And then the jackal was very happy because it didn't like the moon, because the moon stood in between the animals and the jackal. The moon was suggesting them all good words, all good plans, all good things to do. The moon used to teach all good morals to the animals, so it became very, very hard to the jackal to separate those animals. Now, the moon himself came to offer himself as a dinner. So, I will be very happy from now onwards. Thinking like that, the moon immediately jumped down to the moon and dragged it into the bush, tore it into pieces, and ate it up. Now, all the animals were very sad, very, very sad, thinking about the moon. The moon was not there in the sky. The sky was all empty. The friend, the guru, the judge has gone away. We do not know what happened to the moon. Thinking like that, they were very sad. They stopped eating, they stopped laughing, they stopped playing. Then, all of a sudden, they heard a loud noise. They were astonished. Why? What's this noise? Where is it coming from? So they went towards that direction of the sound. Then the sound led them to a bush. They went inside the bush. Then they observed one thing. Who was there? The cunning jackal was there. To their surprise, its stomach was bloating and bloating and bloating until it was burst into pieces. The jackal found dead immediately after the next moment. Then they all felt very happy and started dancing. Oh my dear jackal, your chapter is gone, ended up. We are very happy from now. We will be friends from now onwards. We'll conduct all the musical nights from now onwards. We can move together, we can laugh together, we can smile together, we can do everything together. Okay. In the next moment, one thought stuck to their mind. What happened to our moon? Then they became sad once again. Started thinking about the moon. What happened to our moon? And they raised their hands and looked into the sky. From there, they heard a soft voice saying, "I'm safe here, my dear friends. You're all safe now, and we will live happily hereafter." Now, the devil jackal, the story of the devil has ended up. My dear friends, from now onwards, we will be friends and we will be living in peace and harmony. I think you learned a lesson. What was the lesson you have learned from the dirty jackal? You should not believe the newcomers and you should not suspect your old friends. Before suspecting others, you have to go and confirm with them, with your best friends they are. So, don't believe newcomers and don't believe the cunning people. And you have to, before coming to a conclusion, you have to go and confirm with your friends whether they are really bad or someone is saying bad about them. Then you can be very happy and you can maintain peace and harmony like all the animals in the forest. Now children, I think you have enjoyed the story. This is your time to convert the story into a play. Write some dialogues to all the animals, at least 1 or 2 dialogues to all the animals, then it becomes a play. In our next class, I will teach you how to write a script, okay? Then we can convert the script into a play or small skit, 5 to 10 minutes skit, okay? Now with this, I want to end this lesson. Until we meet again. Bye bye children.